You're watching USA News Hub, your home for breaking headlines, trending sports stories, and exclusive updates from across the nation. The Minnesota Timberwolves may have a superstar in Anthony Edwards, but according to one NBA insider, their entire future could crumble if they don't fix one major problem, and fast. Forget about title dreams. Forget about even staying competitive. The Wolves have a fatal flaw that no one in the organization can ignore anymore. The Minnesota Timberwolves are one of the most exciting young teams in the NBA, led by none other than Anthony Edwards, the explosive franchise star who has taken the league by storm. His athleticism, his personality, his charisma, and his scoring ability have made him one of the league's most marketable faces, a player who looks destined to dominate the next decade. But behind the highlight dunks, the fiery press conferences, and the superstar swagger, there's a growing concern inside and outside the organization. According to multiple NBA insiders, the Timberwolves might be one crucial position away from wasting the Anthony Edwards era. And that position? Point guard. This isn't just speculation. One insider has issued a serious warning, saying the Wolves' trade plans, and their championship aspirations, are in trouble unless they urgently find a floor general who can stabilize the offense and elevate Edwards' game. Let's break down what's really going on in Minnesota, and why the pressure is reaching a boiling point. The Timberwolves have built a roster with enormous potential. Anthony Edwards, a superstar. Karl-Anthony Towns, an all-star scoring big. Rudy Gobert, a former Defensive Player of the Year. Jaden McDaniels, elite perimeter defender. Naz Reid, Sixth Man of the Year candidate. On paper, it looks like a contender. But there's a missing ingredient, a true, playmaking point guard who can organize the offense, stabilize the tempo, and take pressure off Edwards in crunch time. An NBA insider recently noted, Minnesota has the talent, but without a real point guard, their ceiling is capped. This is a roster begging for structure. And he's right. Because as the Wolves rise in the Western Conference, the lack of a reliable PG becomes more obvious. Anthony Edwards is electrifying, but he's not a full-time point guard. He's a scoring machine, a natural bucket getter, but not someone who excels at running an offense possession after possession. Here's the problem. Edwards needs a point guard who can set him up, not the other way around. Towns plays best when paired with a traditional passer. Gobert needs someone who can deliver accurate lobs. The Wolves' offense often collapses into chaos late in games. Multiple insiders have said the same thing. The Wolves don't have a floor general. They have scorers. They have defenders. But no one who ties it all together. This issue isn't new. It's lingered through multiple seasons, multiple roster experiments, and multiple playoff failures. And now, with Anthony Edwards ascending into superstardom, the margin for error is shrinking. The Wolves have been eyeing several point guards for months, but every scenario comes with serious complications. Point 1. They don't have enough draft picks available. Thanks to the Rudy Gobert trade, Minnesota is limited in trade assets. Point 2. They don't want to break up their young core. McDaniels and Reid are considered untouchable by the front office. Point 3. Karl-Anthony Towns is the most valuable trade piece, but trading him creates new problems. If the Wolves move Towns to get a point guard, they lose shooting and spacing, two things Edwards needs desperately. This is the dilemma. To fix one weakness, they might create another. And that's why insiders are saying Minnesota's trade path is unstable and risky. Make no mistake, Anthony Edwards is the future of this franchise. He's the star. He's the marketing engine. He's the identity. The Wolves cannot afford to waste his prime years. And yet, the team keeps forcing him into a role he shouldn't have to play. Primary scorer plus primary playmaker plus team leader plus late-game decision-maker. That's too much responsibility for any player, even a superstar. NBA analysts have compared this situation to early career. Devin Booker before Chris Paul. Donovan Mitchell before Mike Conley. Jason Tatum before Boston found Marcus Smart plus Derek White. In each case, adding a real PG unlocked the superstar's next level. The same would happen for Edwards, if the Wolves can find the right guy. The Wolves have a narrow window. Gobert is aging. Towns' fit remains questionable. Role players will soon need new contracts. The Western Conference is filled with rising young teams. And Edwards, he's getting better every single year. The Wolves cannot build a true contender around him. Pressure from inside the league will grow. Agents will whisper. Coaches will feel the heat. Rival teams will monitor the situation. Fans will expect results. The insider said, if Minnesota doesn't solve the point guard issue by the next deadline, they risk long-term consequences for the Edwards era. The message is clear. Fix this now, or regret it later. Here are PG options insiders believe Minnesota will consider. Tyus Jones. Former Wolf, elite decision-maker. Pros, perfect fit. Cons, high trade demand. Markelle Fultz. Strong defense, underrated passer. Pros, affordable. Cons, injury history. Monty Morris. One of the lowest turnover guards in the league. Pros, smart, steady, playoff ready. Cons, limited scoring. Malcolm Brogdon. Veteran leader, stabilizes any team instantly. Pros, proven. Cons, expensive, older. Colin Sexton. Aggressive scorer, but also improving as a passer. Pros, young, energetic. Cons, not a traditional PG. None of these players come without risk, but any of them would give Minnesota something it desperately needs. Someone who can run the show. Edwards hasn't publicly criticized the Wolves roster, but his comments in past interviews suggest he knows the team needs more structure to reach the next level. He has repeatedly said he wants to win. He wants championship-level teammates. He wants accountability in the locker room. He wants the ball in big moments, but not every moment. Those are the words of a superstar who understands what's missing. The Wolves front office understands it too. And the insiders ringing alarm bells aren't exaggerating. This is a crossroads moment. The Minnesota Timberwolves have everything they need to be special. A generational superstar in Anthony Edwards. An elite defense. A deep bench. Strong coaching. A passionate fan base. But they also have a glaring, dangerous flaw. No true point guard. If they don't solve this issue soon, via trade, free agency, or a roster shakeup, the consequences could be long-lasting. The Wolves are closer to contention than ever before, but they're also closer to frustration than they want to admit. And that's why insiders are sounding the alarm. Fix the PG problem, or risk wasting the Anthony Edwards era. The Timberwolves are rising, but the clock is ticking. With Anthony Edwards turning into a superstar right before our eyes, Minnesota can't afford to wait. Will they make the big move? Or will their future slip away? Only time and the trade deadline will tell. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that's shaping America and the world. We'll see you in the next update.